All right. Awards. Week 14 awards. MVPs, OPOYs, DPOYs. Um I would say not the most exciting week
Nope.
for either, to be completely honest with you. But I will start giving out some names as soon as I finish writing this down and know exactly who we're putting where. So you do have Matt Stafford, who went 22 of 31, had 281 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. You had Josh Allen, who was 22 of 28, had 251 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for 78 yards and an additional touchdown. You had Sam Darnold, who went 20 for 30, 249 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. You had Tony Pollard, who ran for 161 yards, averaged 6.4 yards per carry, and ran 2 touchdowns. Blake Corum ran for 128 yards, 10.7 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. You had Jahmyr Gibbs, who had 120 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. You had Puka Nacua, who had 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 23.9 yards per catch. And even though in a loss and a shitty performance at the end, Joe Burrow was going 25 of 36, 284, and 4 touchdown passes, but an ugly 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
And those are my candidates for our MVPs and OPOYs. I think obviously you got your dominant quarterback performances. I think Puka.
Puka.
Puka looked crazy. Which I mean, obviously, helped out Stafford in the long run.
I think I had my list.
What's your list?
Stafford 1.
Okay.
Josh 2.
Okay.
Just because the stats are crazy and they should have lost, but is what it is. Puka 3. Darnold 4. Pollard 5.
Pollard 5. Okay. And then I guess while you work on your OPOY, I think I mean, yes, they were supposed to lose, but they took advantage of it. Josh Allen has one of his best career rushing performances on top of a great passing performance. I'm gonna go Josh 1. I'm gonna go Matt Stafford 2. And then after that, I do like what I saw from Puka. I obviously, if you just watch the Lions play, it's Jahmyr Gibbs all fucking day. So go ahead and give me, if we're talking most valuable players, who's most valuable on the team, give me Gibbs 3, then give me Puka 4, and then give me Sam Darnold number 5.
Nice.
And that's what I'll go. And then for Opoy, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna put Gibbs number 1. Maybe I get it. The stats aren't there. They're not the best stats. The numbers aren't jumping off the wall. But those 120 yards and 3 touchdowns solidified that performance for the Detroit Lions. I'll go Puka 2, and then I'm gonna go Tony Pollard number 3 for Opoy this week.
Yeah, mine's just
What do you got?
jostled around.
What do
Puka,
you got?
Tony, Gibbs.
Puka, Pollard, and Gibbs. All right. Okay. And then obviously we have our DPOY, which another quiet week for a lot of most defensive players, because we thought, oh, Myles Garrett's gonna break the sack record, and then he gets 1 sack.
He got 1.
So obviously he got 1.
He only needs 3.
Congratulations. So you have some guys. You got Jack Campbell. He had 12 total tackles, a sack, and 1 forced fumble. You have Nick I know I was gonna have some trouble with this. Eamon Worry. Nick Eamon Worry.
How do you spell it?
Seahawks safety. EMMANWORI. Eamon Worry. Close enough. I feel like I was close enough. Safety for the Seahawks, he had 6 total tackles, 1 sack, and an interception. You have Jalix Hunt, who had 8 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. You have Al-Qaeden Muhammad, who had 3 sacks, and those were his 3 total tackles for the game. And you had Devin Lloyd, obviously down in Jacksonville, who had 8 total tackles and an interception. So very, very, very weak candidates this week for DPOY. But I mean, you look at it. I mean, you look at it however you want. I think in terms of Detroit, I mean, you have Muhammad and Jack Campbell who dominated for Detroit. Which, I mean, I don't know if that makes it easier or harder to put one or the other at first place or not. I mean, Eamon Worry all over the field at safety, sack and interception, 6 total tackles. You have Jalix Hunt, who was in a loss but had 8 total tackles and 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble. And then Devin Lloyd, which, obviously Colts falling apart. So it's just it's the DPOY is kind of weak it's kind of weak this week. So if I have to give out votes, give me. I mean, I love going sack leader. I love going sack leader for the week. So give me Muhammad. Give me Muhammad number 1. And then if we're looking anywhere else, I would like to say Jalix Hunt. I mean, it was a loss, so I'm gonna have to go number 3 for him. Give me Jalix Hunt at number 3, and then give me Big Jack Campbell at linebacker, right in the middle at number 2. I'm gonna assume, gonna go off a limb here and say that you got the same exact list.
I agree.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what made you think that, Devin, but I think you got the same list. And with that being said, all we got to do is go over here, tap on Thursday, and we got to predict who's winning between the Falcons and the Bucks.